Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
The following is a live sports presentation on Glycod.
Glycod's coverage of Southern Indiana high school basketball starts now. Presented by Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page.
And welcome to Glycod's coverage of Southern Indiana high school basketball, where tonight we have a rivalry matchup between the Jeffersonville Red Devils at 4-7 against the New Albany Bulldogs at 6-3. Live from the doghouse here, Romeo Langford Court at New Albany High School. And this one should be a good one. Well, I'm Dr. Todd Carter, alongside me, Andrew Grants, Coach Andrew Grants, and we have got a crowded catwalk up here, so we will probably only be on camera just a very short time. There are people all over the place for this rivalry game.
Yes.
Move from Friday to Thursday.
Well, first of all, is it crazy in the state of Indiana we're moving basketball games for a football game?
It's a little crazy,
yeah.
But, I hear 90+%
Yes.
of the ball games have been moved.
Unbelievable, but that doesn't take away anything from this game and this rivalry, the history of these two teams with 4 state championships between them both. And New Albany comes tonight just bringing another team with another chance to win a state championship off of a Jeffersonville team that won one last year. Yep. So you're looking at Southern Indiana just continues to produce these solid teams down this way that can go make runs at state.
Absolutely. Well, let's look at some players to watch tonight here quickly. And for those players to watch, first up,
number 3 for Jeffersonville,
yep.
Jacob Wilkerson. He's leading them with 13 points a game and also leading them at 5 rebounds a game. So leading scorer, leading rebounder, 6'3" guard, definitely one to watch for them tonight. And then for the Bulldogs, going to go a little different tonight. A lot of times people talk about Noah Washington, and he will be a big key tonight. But I think the player to watch tonight is going to be T.J. Washington. This is a rivalry game. T.J. Washington is a senior. He had 17 points their last game against Fishers, who has just really been a dominant program.
Yeah,
in
they've
the
been
state
so
of Indiana.
good. Yeah,
And,
Jeffersonville beating them in the
yes.
finals last year in overtime.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely. And so TJ has had a very good stretch here of just consistent game after game, and you look for your seniors in a rivalry game to continue that consistency.
Absolutely. So those are your players to watch. Well, I had a chance to catch up with both coaches here in this lead up to this ball game. So we'll step aside, hear from some of our fantastic Glycod sponsors. When we come back, you'll hear from the visiting coach, Sharon Wilkerson of these Jeff Red Devils. Stay tuned for that here on Glycod.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's two sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mac Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Carbon monoxide is an odorless, colorless gas that claims hundreds of lives and makes thousands ill each year without warning. CO can be produced from grills, furnaces, even the fumes in your car. It can build up indoors and poison anyone who breathes it. But keeping your home well ventilated and purchasing carbon monoxide alarms from any hardware or home improvement store can reduce your risk from this invisible danger. This message is funded by the Floyd County Health Department.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison. Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program continues to make a difference in development and school readiness with children from birth to age 5. As a proud community partner, Cassie is more than childcare because they also help families seek success, combat hunger, and afford housing. Visit 201 East 15th Street in Jeff or check out their array of programs at cassie1.org. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, helping people, changing lives.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Community Action of Southern Indiana, a community partner in school readiness through Head Start. Visit them at 201 East 15th Street in Jeff or online at cassie1.org. Community Action of Southern Indiana, helping people, changing lives.
Here before the contest between the Jeffersonville Red Devils and the New Albany Bulldogs, rivalry game, Sharon Wilkerson, the head coach of the Red Devils. Coach, you're coming off holiday tournament and a lot of tough games that this first part season. What do your kids learn from all those tough ball games?
I think that they've learned two things. Number one, after winning a state championship, every opponent you play, you're going to get the best shot. And then I think the second thing that we've learned is how much concentration and how much physical exertion it takes to play at this level. That's the reason why we created the schedule. I think it's one thing to talk about it. I think it's one thing to collectively as a group that these guys have been in the fire. Right? So as you go through the fire, it's different with the last group because we had 3 years. Right? So this current group, we're just now getting to gel from a personnel standpoint of being together. And it's really difficult It's really difficult when you start the race and you have a few stumbles, because then you start to question everything, man. People start to wonder, is this going to work? Is this? So, man, a lot of things start to take place. But hopefully, again, we're going to be able to create our identity as this new calendar year kicks off.
As far as this New Albany team, as you've watched film of them, you guys have had a bunch of common opponents. Any thoughts on what they're going to put on the floor?
First, Coach Jones has done a fabulous job with this group. Not for sure people understand how difficult it is to coach talent, and they are an extremely talented group. I think anybody can coach players, but I think that it takes a special coach to be able to coach talent, and I think he's doing a fantastic job. So they can score the basketball in a myriad of ways. From every position on the floor. And I think a lot of times, man, people get caught up in the size of people instead of getting caught up in the skill set of people, or players, I should say. And, man, his players has a really, really good skill set. You don't necessarily have to be big to play inside the paint. So I think that may be a misconception that a lot of people miss, man, and I think that they've done a wonderful job with the personnel that they have in making those adjustments to put them in good spots.
What are some things your Jeffersonville team is going to have to do well tonight to win this ballgame?
I think three things we're going to have to do. Number one, we're going to have to be able to guard the basketball tonight. Number two, you're going to have to be able to rebound it. And then number three, you have to take care of it. They're really, really good in transition. They're really good in transition off missed shots and turnovers. So if you don't take care of the basketball, then they're going to be able to build momentum. And if they're on their home floor and they build momentum, it'll be a really, really tough out.
As far as post-game tonight, tomorrow, you watch tape right away or watch college football playoff?
No, I'll watch college football playoff first, then we'll. No, man, I'm an IU guy. This is, it's funny, man, because, obviously my IU guys and I, we talk about Coach Signetti and how much he mimics Coach Knight. I mean, man, it's eerie. It may not be the confrontational outright style of Coach Knight, but I think his culture and his core values are very, very similar to Coach Knight. And I think that's the reason that you're seeing the success for Indiana football. So obviously, man, hey, you think about it, we're in a basketball state, and I would say that 95% of the state has changed their schedule from Friday to Thursday so we can watch that IU game. I think that speaks about how monumental that this run has been. So hopefully, man, we can end it on a good note.
That'd be nice. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Sorry. Body Shop. They'll make it like new. You can give them a call at 812-949-5245. That's 812-949-5245. So for the roadmap to a win, let's turn it over to Coach Grants. First up for the Jeffersonville Red Devils, Coach.
Number one for Jeff, their big three must have a big game. That's Jacob Wilkerson, number 3, number 24, Cash Whitehead, and number 2, Terrence Nord. Those are really their only 3 players that are averaging more than 3.7 points per game. All 3 of them anywhere between 10 and 13 points a game. So the majority of their scoring are coming from those 3. The reason I say they have to have a big game, New Albany has been known to put up some major points and want to get up and down. So for Jeffersonville to be able to keep up with the Bulldogs tonight, those 3 have to put up some big scoring numbers. So a lot of weight is on them tonight to be able to produce on the offensive end. Secondly, ground and pound. Jeff has only had 2 games in the 60s this year, so they're going to want to play more of a, not necessarily a slowdown game, but just a physical, very methodical game that they play. You heard Coach Wilkerson in his comments. He said the 3 things he thinks they need to do: guard, rebound, take care of the ball. Well, all 3 of those things are ground and pound type physical mindsets that you have to have going into a game.
All right, and so that's the Jeff Red Devils. So for the New Albany Bulldogs.
Well, New Albany is the flip side of this. It is sky and fly. Sky for your rebounds. Get as many rebounds as you can and then fly down the court and get this thing up and down. New Albany loves to score. They're one of the best offensive teams in the entire state. And if this turns into a ground and pound game, it'll favor Jeffersonville. But if New Albany can sky and fly, it'll be in their favor. And transition offense always starts with securing defensive rebounds. And then secondly, just very simple, it's the defensive intensity that they must bring to the court. New Albany, over the last few years under Coach Jones, when they are playing their best, it starts on the defensive end when they are bringing the intensity. Their 3 losses this year for the Bulldogs, they've given up 75, 80, and 81. So if they bring the intensity tonight, started on the defensive end, sky and fly for rebounds, they'll get the transition opportunities they want to have to play that high-octane offense that they play so well.
All right, so those are your Calls Body Shop roadmap to a win. This broadcast is authorized by New Albany High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student-athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you so much for watching. Let's step aside and hear from our fantastic sponsors. You will hear from Coach Jones when we return here on Glycod.
Busy, always on the go. And when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can.
Parents want to do what's best for their children. Teenagers love a party, and often alcohol is involved at those parties. While some people think that hosting those parties in their homes will keep their kids safe, it's wrong, and it's illegal to allow your teens and their friends to consume alcohol on your property. In fact, it's a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to underage drinking. Funding provided in part by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health Services. For more information, go to ourplaceservices.org.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience, reputation, solutions.
You wouldn't notice or smell radon, yet this dangerous gas is the #1 cause of cancer among non-smokers. 1 in 3 Indiana homes tested show radon above safe levels, and those levels tend to spike during the winter when closed windows prevent heat and radon from escaping. If you live in Floyd County, you can get a free radon test kit while supplies last from the Floyd County Health Department. For more information, contact them at 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod.
Here with head coach Jason Jones of the New Albany Bulldogs, 6-3 in this first part of January. It's a rivalry night, Coach. Let's step back to tournament through the holidays. I know you guys played in a holiday tournament. What do you think your kids learned from that experience?
Well, the talent level in that tournament was very high, and any chance you get to play Fishers, who has kind of been the cream of the crop for the last 3 years. Outside of Jeff beating them in the state last year, they haven't lost very many games. So I think it was a good measuring stick game for us, and at least gave us an opportunity to see if we really want to get to that level, what's it going to take physically, mentally, just all that.
Well, so that's what your kids learned. What, as far as X's and O's, anything you learned from that experience?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing we took away is just we have to be more physical, and we're outsized a lot, and obviously that was a huge part of it. But you have to make up for that in other ways, and so I think the physicality of those games up there was very eye-opening for us, and made us realize we got to prep maybe in a little bit different way to prepare for that type of physicality, because both Lawrence Central and Fishers, their physicality really bothered us.
As far as your kids and how your team is overall playing at this part of the season, I know you want them to get better. You've got lots of places you want them to get better. Where would that be?
I think it's just still so early, and I think it's just still trying to find our groove of consistency, and we talked about all weekend. Do the things that help you win, and don't worry about the rest of the stuff, because kids tend to worry about a lot of things that don't have anything to do with winning a basketball game. And so, just the focus level, I think we just need to seeing that night in, night out, controlling what you can control, and just playing as hard as you can.
As far as this Jeff team coming in tonight, obviously a rivalry game, so you don't have to talk too much about that stuff, right? That sort of takes care of itself. X's and O's wise, what is Jeff going to put on the floor?
Same kind of things we saw last weekend. I think people don't understand about Jeff is their schedule has been absolutely ridiculous. They've lost some games, but it's been to the top teams in the state. And so they've seen the same level of physicality that we have, some common opponents. And so I expect them to, be very, very similar to those teams we played last weekend. Really great defensively. Jeff's always going to be great defensively. They're going to make you work really hard to get the shots you want to get, and then you better be ready to rebound.
Well, and you talked about some common opponents, but does that help out them when you're looking at that on film, or maybe not so much?
I don't think in a rivalry game like this, I really think with us and Jeff, we could both be undefeated. We could both be defeated, and it wouldn't matter. Everybody's going to come in here with a little bit of extra juice tonight, and, I think Jeff will play a great game tonight. I have no doubt about that.
Any thoughts on moving the game from Friday to Thursday?
For me, it wasn't a big deal. We were coming off a tournament, and in Kansas, I was used to everybody plays Tuesday, Friday all the time. So it's always basically 2-day prep all the time. So it wasn't a big deal for us, and I thought it was the right thing to do. How many times is Indiana football going to be in the Final Four? You never know. It looks like they might again, just with the way things are rolling, but you never know. So
you better take this opportunity while you've got it. Make sure you have a good house tonight. Yeah. Let's just talk about things that you want to do well in order to win this ball game tonight. Any thoughts there?
Yeah, I think it starts with rebounding for us. We competed on the glass against Fishers, but they still, had a pretty good edge on us. And I just think it's an area where, sometimes shots go in and sometimes they don't. But if you can be consistent on the boards and really defend, we try to talk about those things being the things that can, they can win games when things don't go well if you do those two things.
Will you look over tape tonight and rewatch that, or watch college football playoff?
Well, we'll see what the score is by the time we're done and then go from there. I think I'm definitely one of those guys that I'm not a watch it right after guy, because there's too many emotions involved. I think it's good for everybody to kind of take a step back and you look at it with a little bit clearer lens after you've had a night of sleep. So not that I always do that, but I try to do that.
All right. Thanks so much, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
Sorry.
German American Bank. Our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank. Member FDIC.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice, because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycon.
Time for tonight's starting lineups. Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Get started with Interstate Batteries. They're outrageously dependable. For the Jeffersonville Red Devils, coming in at 4 and 7. Terrence Nord, a 6'1" senior forward. Jacob Wilkerson, 6'3", junior, also playing forward. Elijah Cheeks, 6 feet, senior guard. Jermaine Perry, 6 feet, senior forward. And Cash Whitehead, 6'4", a senior, and playing forward. And I said Terrence Nord was a forward. My mistake, he's guard. Sorry about that. For the home New Albany Bulldogs, Reese McKee, 6 foot, junior guard. Noah Washington, 6'5", sophomore guard. Carson Studemeyer, a 6'3", freshman guard. TJ Washington, you heard us talk about him earlier, a 5'10" senior guard. And Seth Winslow, 6'3", junior forward. And again, Coach TJ Washington, certainly a little bit of the engine that makes these Bulldogs go.
Yeah, I know Coach Jones has spoken very highly of him this year and just his maturity as a senior, that he's been the leader for this team.
All right, well, as we get set for the national anthem and so forth here from New Albany High School, we will step aside. When we come back, we will be back at the doghouse here at Romeo Langford Courts, and we will absolutely have all of the live action for you as the tip is upcoming here on Glycon.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program continues to make a difference in development and school readiness with children from birth to age 5. As a proud community partner, Cassie is more than childcare because they also help families seek success, combat hunger, and afford housing. Visit 201 East 15th Street in Jeff or check out their array of programs at cassie1.org. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start. Helping people, changing lives.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the neighbors first, before buying a house.
What?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
From Glycod, it's Southern Indiana High School Basketball. Presented by Allstate Insurance agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. Tonight's game is brought to you by Red Ball Recycling in Jeffersonville and Madison, Southern Indiana's premier recycling solution. Mack Construction, experience, reputation, solutions. Our place where change is possible. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1952. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Priority Radiology in New Albany, you have a choice. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, helping people, changing lives. And by Deering Floor Center, Tommy's Express Car Wash, and the Clark County Health Department. Now courtside for all the action of Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glycod.
As the starting lineups are being read on the court and young men being introduced, we will just give you a couple quick little game notes, and this one's really interesting. Both a lot of research here by Steve Bird, executive producer. Also, Ron Eads chipped in with some info for us today. But this one from 1909 to a present, so 117 yeers of high school basketball in this rivalry. New Albany's 185, Jeffersonville 84. So how about that? You've got 169. This is the 170th matchup, and off by one game.
Unbelievable.
Is that crazy?
Unbelievable. That tells you the quality of basketball and tradition and history of these two programs.
Absolutely. Now, Jeff has won the last 6 matchups, and the Bulldogs' last win was back in 2021. So, these Bulldogs playing at home really want to get a W in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's crazy because you get these stretches throughout the history of this matchup, too, where one team kind of goes on a run and the other team, it's not necessarily just been straight back and forth, but it's just interesting how both these schools, when they get rolling during certain stretches, New Albany in the 70s, New Albany 2016, kind of that stretch, Jeffersonville here recently, and then going back to the 90s, they just have kind of flip-flop back and forth their dominance of the state.
Yeah, it is very interesting. Something else that was interesting as I was looking at the information that Ron Eads sent me was that there are some big gaps. They've played 100. This will be the 170th matchup, and even having played that many times, there are stretches where they did not play each other. In the 30s, there was a big stretch of about 7 years. In the 50s, there was a big stretch where the only places they play, and I shouldn't say that they didn't play each other, but they wouldn't play each other in a home and home. They would only meet up maybe in the playoffs in a sectional.
Yeah.
And that is because of the intensity of this rivalry. There have been times in the past where administrations have said, you know what? We're going to take a break from this for a little bit and let this cool down a little bit. Yeah. So that should tell you what kind of heated rivalry we may have, or we do have here, and what kind of ball game we may have.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Coach Jones talked about it. Either team could be undefeated or defeated, and it'll still be a great game. These teams just get hyped. They get ready to play each other all the time. And again, it doesn't go back to their grandparents' generation. It goes back to their great-grandparents' generation.
Absolutely does. And our tip controlled by New Albany, and that is the aforementioned T.J. Washington, who then gives it up to Noah Washington, number 2.
Yeah, Jeff coming out and starting in a zone here.
And trying to high fly it to Noah Washington, but could not make it happen. At the other end, we've got a foul, and that was Elijah Cheeks.
No, they called that out of bounds.
Did they call it out of bounds? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Seth Winslow with the block there.
Yep.
Now, that's a player also. We didn't mention him. He doesn't really show up in the stat sheet a ton, but Seth Winslow for this Bulldog team, he makes those effort plays like that. That is the difference for this New Albany Bulldog team here this year.
Trying to get the ball into the post, tracked down by Jacob Wilkerson. That's Cheeks out high, sort of running things.
Yeah, one thing to watch with both of these teams, both coaches really emphasize spacing. They've got great speed on both ends, and they want their players to utilize as much space as possible.
Wilkerson gets it in the paint, drives it in, and then a shove there. And that one by Reese McKee.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was a foul there, but you can see New Albany coming out early, though, with that intensity, and that's when they can set that tone early defensively. That's when they're at their best.
So again, Cheeks drives it, tries to kick it back, and stepping on the sideline there. Who was that masked man? That was Perry.
Yeah, and that was Cheeks on the drive. Just he left his feet to throw that pass, and I heard a coach say one time, he said, you can leave your feet to throw a pass, but you can't leave your feet to find a pass. And I think he just kind of got caught up there, not sure where he's going to go with it.
Caleb Jones, number 10, checking in for the Red Devils. Studemeyer from the wing, couldn't get it to go, battled around, and that is Jones that came down with it. Trapped on the sideline, gets it to Nord. Nord can't make it happen, follows his own shot, and then Wilkerson gets it. And boy, oh boy, they're letting them play it out inside. Noah Washington. And the three.
You got to like the pace right now if you're New Albany, but Jeffersonville on the glass definitely setting the physical tone.
So Jeff back on the attack. That's Wilkerson. Spin and started moving those feet before putting the dribble down.
Yeah, and just a little bit, especially rivalry game. You're in a gym of 4,000 people, just settling in a little bit here on the road. One thing to watch for Jeff down here in this zone is just to make sure they're not giving up those offensive rebound opportunities. Much more difficult to rebound out of a zone. Great pass.
Great pass, but then McGee couldn't quite hold on to it, loses it out of bounds to the Jeff bench. No?
Calling a foul there, I believe.
Yeah, they sure did. And that was...
Well, they haven't posted it yet.
They haven't, yeah. Sure haven't, but McGee knocks home the first. And they haven't put that up on the scoreboard either, but there they did. So Reese McGee eyes the second and knocks it home.
Yeah, waving that off.
Nope,
looks like Noah Washington,
Yep.
Came in a little early. So watch. Good good trap there. One thing that Jeff really likes to do is attack out of the slot position. So with the ball right there, kind of just off to the top of the key.
That's Aiden Toller, new in the ball game for the Red Devils. Gets it to Jones.
It puts pressure on your corner defenders. They have to decide if they're going to help off the corner shooter or if they're going to stay. So those corner shooters need to be ready to knock down some outside shots.
Inside, and that bucket good by Terrence Nord to put Jeff on the scoreboard.
Yeah, a great post move there by a guard. Coach Wilkerson talking about that a little bit before the game about how being big doesn't necessarily mean you have to be a big man. You could be a guard and still have big man skills. Perfect example right there of that.
Into the corner, that's Noah Washington, another three.
Yeah,
Two early made threes.
That 3-2 zone they're playing, the corners are going to be the spots to exploit. You only have two guys down on the block. That's a lot of ground to cover between those two bottom players of that 3-2 zone.
And a whistle right in front of the New Albany bench and the New Albany student section. Didn't seem to like that very much.
No, Coach Jones wasn't happy with that, but that's one for Noah Washington. He had that on his fingertips. Got to come up with that.
That's Mitchell.
Tell you what,
who will be taking the ball out of bounds.
You could feel the rivalry. We're across from the New Albany student section, and man, they are loud tonight.
Well, and Jeff brought a really nice contingent as well.
Yes.
That was Cheeks just probing the defense there.
Yeah, New Albany doing a good job of switching all these screens. New Albany really doesn't have a true big man, so they can really switch 1 through 5.
That's Wilkerson, and Studemeyer didn't quite get all ball. The whistle comes.
Yeah, good patience there by Jeff, and that's kind of the possessions that Jeff will want to have versus what New Albany wants to have. Jeff is still going to attack. They're not going to play slow by any means, but they don't want this thing up in the 70s and the 80s. They'd rather it be in the 50s and 60s. So just a good patient possession that gets them to the free throw line. Just have to convert now.
Wilkerson off iron that first free toss. Has a second one upcoming here. And couldn't convert on either, but then the rebound was not able to be corralled by Studemeyer, and Red Devils get another chance.
Well, you got to grab two-handed rebounds. That's 2 in a row for New Albany. If you get the ball in your fingertips, it has to be grabbed with 2 hands. Little simple things like that, and part of that, last 2 rebounds, a freshman and a sophomore, they will learn that as they continue to grow their game.
Nord trying to get it into Jones, and I'm not sure whether it just surprised him and he couldn't quite grab it. I know he ended up going down, but ball out of bounds.
Yeah, New Albany has done a good job on the defensive end of 3/4 fronting the post, so they're really making Jeff have to throw it to your outside hand away from the basket. Jeff switching back to man here.
And that was McGee. Fouled on the drive.
Yeah, New Albany's offense moving with really good pace right now. Cutters are moving with a purpose. The ball's swinging from side to side.
Into Washington. No, touched just about every part of the rim and wouldn't go down, but McGee pulls it out. TJ Washington buries the 3 from the corner. And a timeout taken by Jeffersonville, so we will take a brief timeout as well. Come on back, more first quarter action upcoming here on Glycod.
I love how you're always thinking ahead.
Well, they don't call me Prepared Pat for nothing.
Guess that makes you forward-thinking Fiona.
Gotta protect your dreams. Life's better when you're under our roof.
And that would be? Relieved Rudy?
Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
Contact Agent Mark Stevens in Jeffersonville for a quote today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod.
Ten to 2, the early lead here for the Bulldogs at home over Jeffersonville. And that last play, scramble under the bucket, and for the board, kick out, and TJ Washington gets that open look from the right wing.
Yeah, he's just playing with so much confidence right now, TJ is, but New Albany has really found their rhythm right now in that those corner shots. For Jeff, though, that last possession, turnover on the offensive end, and then give up an offensive rebound. Coach Wilkerson talked before the game. He said we need a rebound and we got to take care of the ball. So that's absolutely why he needed that timeout, not just to stop the momentum, but to clean up those little things they talked about before the game. New Albany coming out now in a 1-3-1 defense, switching it up out of the timeout look.
Gets it down inside to Wilkerson. So Wilkerson, his first bucket of the night.
Good adjustment there by Jeff, or good poise by the players that I should say that, you call a timeout, you've seen man the whole game, defense switches, but they're able to run their stuff still and get the basket they want.
Washington steps back, guarded by Jones, and buries it.
3 for 3 to start this game, and he is feeling it. That is a tough step back right there.
9 points for Noah Washington in this early going. It's what you might call a blistering pace.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and you could see that New Albany defense feeding off of that energy.
Oh, nice move there from Mitchell.
See if they look to go back to Washington right now. He is feeling pretty good with that jumper.
There's Washington. Spins. Can't get it to go there. Nearly cleaned up by Studemeyer. Seth Winslow finally comes out with it.
Great effort play by Studemeyer there to keep it alive.
Winslow in traffic. Kind of loses the handle. Picks it up. Dumps it off. Nice pass.
Good patience by Winslow. Great backdoor cut by Studemeyer.
So that was Studemeyer's first bucket.
Yeah, you can see here New Albany, they're going to keep switching this high ball screen. Jeff's going to be a 4-out, 1 in. They're just going to kind of roll replace with their 2 middle big man.
Wilkerson on the drive, working against Winslow, and good defense there, and then the whistle comes after.
Yeah, he did a great job of walling up, just keeping his hands straight up there.
Let's show you the play on the other end quickly, as a really nice pass from Winslow to Studemeyer for that lay-in.
Yeah, a lot of players there in that situation kind of fumble the ball, getting into the lane, and they freak out and try to make a quick play, but he remained calm and used his entire 3 seconds probably before that call was made.
Mayfield checks into the ball game. Washington does miss from inside 10 feet, but Studemeyer.
Yeah, New Albany's just got such a good rhythm going right now.
And then on the other end, Nord misses the 3, and one and done are the Red Devils.
The thing that in Washington, even his last couple shots, great take.
That was Ashton McKee on that attack.
Yeah, got a little out of control once he got there.
And then a block on the other end. Nope, whistle and a foul by McKee.
So it's a good rip and good drive, but then once you get there and you get to the rim to finish, coming to a jump stop, being off 2 feet. But Washington, what his last couple shots have done is he draws so much attention that even though he missed both of his last 2 jumpers, he's had 4 Jeff players watching him shoot the basketball because he requires so much attention that it's allowed the other offensive players for New Albany to grab an offensive rebound on the backside, just because when Noah Washington puts it on the floor for Jeff, they're going to send a lot of help to make sure he can't get to the rim and finish. But the other players for New Albany on the backside can absolutely clean up and make a living tonight off of that.
And Jeff gets another possession on a board off of a free throw. A couple of times that's happened.
Yeah.
Zion Mitchell inside is checked in the game, was calling for it. And that one, I don't know if that was just mishandled or tipped away, but Washington ends up with it. Kicks to the corner. Studemeyer to Washington, knocked away. Boy, hands in there. Studemeyer gets the board, puts it up. Can't get it to go, but the foul is called.
Yeah, I really like the pace and the ball movement of this New Albany offense right now. The ball is just swinging from side to side. They're being very decisive when guys are catching the ball, not holding it, not thinking about it. They're either moving the ball or driving the basketball right away.
So Carson Studemeyer with 4 points in this ball game thus far. That's very unofficial, folks, but my tally. And he will head to the line here. Just a little over 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. Knocks home the first.
Yeah, if you're Jeff now, you're in the second quarter, you're going to have to come out and find a way to be able to slow down this New Albany offense.
Studemeyer knocks down both.
Looks like Studemeyer and Washington will get their little quick break here at the end of the quarter.
Yep. Good way to get them an extra 30 seconds or so.
You got to feel good if you're Coach Jones to be able to get those 2 guys out and get them a break, and then you got McKee and you got TJ Washington that are still on the floor for you. So plenty more scorers and leadership on the floor with 2 of your better players on the bench right now.
Toller working it and ends up taking a floater. It won't fall. And quickly, Ashton McGee the other direction. Gives it up to Seth Winslow. Can't hit from range. Nord gets the board. Ahead to Wilkerson. In the corner, Mitchell. And then back out. And time expires on the first quarter. So at the end of one, it is New Albany 19, Jeffersonville 7. Come on back, second quarter action upcoming here on Glycod.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers PulsePoint. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod.
Getting set for the second quarter here on Glycod. I'm Dr. Todd Carter, Coach Andrew Grants alongside Christian Sanchez running our camera from high atop the catwalk here at New Albany High School. Kind of one of the more interesting views you will have of high school basketball. Christian panning around showing you this pretty well full house. It is quite the crowd here tonight. Came out for this one between these two rivals.
Yeah, the New Albany crowd came out and said, we're going to end this streak. This 6 in a row stops tonight is what they're wanting. But Jeff showed up and said, not just yet.
So Jeff on the first possession, the ball squirted out a couple of different times, and Cash Whitehead finally comes down with it. Finds Mitchell right side. Can't get that one to go. Whitehead trying to get the board. Finally, Studemeyer pulls it out. Takes a little Euro step, gets it up and in. And the chance for an and one.
Big time play by the freshman there. Yeah, he was sliding. That was a good call by the official. You're always kind of iffy on those block charge calls, but
right.
Yeah, defender definitely slid over once Studemeyer made the Euro. You know, really the key to this New Albany, I think the key to this New Albany team and the pace that they're playing with right now on offense, Jeff came out in that 3-2 zone. New Albany was able to hit 2 threes, and that made Jeff have to come out of the zone very quickly. I think that gave New Albany a lot of confidence, but it also very quickly made Jeff have to make an adjustment to their game plan. Big block right there.
Big block on the other end, down to Noah Washington. He gets it up high off the glass, and another chance for an and one.
Back-to-back and ones, the momentum all Bulldogs right now.
So Washington running the floor so well, got that way high off the glass.
Yeah, for a 6'5" sophomore, he does move extremely well.
That foul going against Cash Whitehead. And, okay.
So
now I'm confused. They're calling it intentional? They're calling it intentional. So it's and one and then the ball.
Man, this is a...
and I apologize. I looked down and did not see the intentional.
I did not either.
Signal.
No, they called looks like a technical foul on New Albany.
No, it's a double technical, I believe. Because, you may be right. Yes, they called a technical. Yeah, must have.
They still have not put up who the foul is on.
Yep.
I saw Washington kind of react to the referees afterwards with a little look on his face. I don't know maybe if he said something after the and one.
Could be. Terrence Nord, though, an 80% free throw shooter, could not convert on either of those.
It looks like Coach Jones talking to Washington. So Washington must have must have had something to say after the and one. It just the referee called it so quick.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that was the case.
Jeff now running a little screen the screener action to start their motion offense.
Caleb Jones with it. And Jeff not afraid of the bench. They've used a lot of guys. Wilkerson gets it up, and he draws the foul. Couldn't get the bucket to go down, but used the body and got the harm.
Yeah, for Jeff, they have, their big three, and they need to have at least two of those three on the court at all times. But the rest of their bench, they have a lot of very good complementary players, that their numbers are very similar. Guys they can rely on to maybe go get a couple scrappy baskets here or there and go rebound for them. But right now the free throw line is just killing
them. Yep.
Jeff.
Lots of misses thus far. Second eyed up by Wilkerson, and he does get that to go for his third point of the contest. But
see here how
that was the first point for Jeff coming out of the in the second quarter.
Yes.
Studemeyer can't get that to go. Winslow gets the board.
See here how kind of the offense moves with Washington and Noah Washington on the bench.
And a whistle, big block there. But a foul called instead.
I've been impressed with McKee this year. He's really improved his game over the offseason, and his ability to get into the paint and really get some runs going for this New Albany team. We saw it at Floyd Central earlier this year where he had a little stretch that made a big difference for the Bulldogs.
And just a nice little screen and handoff there, but Washington couldn't convert.
Yeah, after starting 3 for 3 from 3.
Cheeks kicks it out, finds Stone. Stone hits for 3.
Jeff wanted to make a little run here. So we're not going away just yet.
That was the first made 3 from Fred Stone on the season. Had him with a 0 percentage-wise before. Don't know how many he's attempted, but good for him for knocking that down in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, Washington early on, he was 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. And since then, hasn't made a shot inside. He might need to go back out and just start shooting some more threes. He has not been able to get the mid-range to fall just yet, which really is such a strength of his that we've seen the last couple of years.
Fred Stone whistled for that foul, and then a double team comes against T.J. Washington. And a 3 attempt there by Grubbs, no good. No, excuse me, by Mayfield. And then a whistle down at the other end. Blocking foul call.
Good transition there for Jeff to get the ball out quick and get ahead.
And good camera work from Christian to be there on the play. Yeah. Mayfield whistled for the foul.
Yeah, and again, a correct call by the referee there. Defender was sliding.
Jeffersonville really having a tough time. They're 65% free throw shooters on the year, but having a tough time tonight. Aiden Toller, that was one of those that's kind of dragging the average down, only a 38%er on the season.
Yeah, Jeff's probably left about 7 or 8 points on the board just from the free throw line so far. And you cannot do that against this high-octane New Albany offense.
Washington couldn't corral the slightly errant pass quickly to Toller down at the other end. He's fouled. Well, it's funny, Coach, that a full house tonight, and the crowd on either side reacts to every whistle with cheers or groans.
That's right.
It's living and dying by every call.
Yeah, Jeff definitely needs to get something going here at the free throw line. New Albany's offense kind of stalled out here the last few minutes. They're not playing with quite the same rhythm. that they were able to find early on, but Jeff has really started collapsing on dribble penetration. So like we saw TJ Washington on that last baseline drive had 3 Red Devils meeting him by the time he got to the paint.
Toller got 1 of 2. Now TJ Washington will advance past half court, give it up to Studemeyer, looks to drive, does, and offensive foul called that time. And you hear the Boo Birds come out.
Well, defender was definitely set. Not sure if he was maybe falling back a little soon, but again, those block charge calls go either way.
That's a toughie.
Well, now Jeff moving the ball with some pace.
2 Cheeks from the corner, and he couldn't find the range. Trying to find Studemeyer quickly ahead, but into the crowd.
Yeah, maybe just a dribble too late. Caught the ball, put it on the floor right away, and I think just catching it and seeing ahead. I don't know if he needed to dribble before he threw that outlet.
And this one, Cash Whitehead from range, tipped up. But TJ Washington finally comes down with it. Takes it inside. Good hand there from Zion Mitchell. And then trying to get the ball to Studemeyer. Knocked out of bounds there. Whitehead got a hand on it.
Yeah, you could see TJ Washington right there. 2 defenders on him as soon as he gets into the paint. So driving kicks are going to be huge for the Bulldogs.
And we've got a timeout on the floor by the New Albany Bulldogs, so we'll take a brief timeout as well. Back with more second quarter action upcoming here on Glycod.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod.
Join Glycod in our quest to expand the visibility of today's student athletes by supporting our free-to-watch platform, and please subscribe and tell a friend as Glycod is changing the way you watch high school athletics. Glycod.
You know, we talk about the rivalry in these 2 sports in basketball, but there's another heated one, the baseball, the Red Devil baseball and New Albany baseball. That's another rivalry. So this isn't just – and football, too. This isn't just basketball alone. This is all sports.
Down and underneath. Oh, pretty move there. And that's Cash Whitehead cashing in from underneath. Winslow gets down inside. Hands, though, knocking that ball away. Zion Mitchell. And I didn't see who else that was. I think it was. I know that was Cheeks on that bucket.
Yeah, Coach Jones not happy. He wants another timeout.
So another timeout taken. We'll go ahead and take another one as well. More second quarter upcoming here on Glycod.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod.
New Albany, having gone cold here a bit in this second quarter, has allowed Jeff to pull this back to 9 points. After it had a 12-point lead, did New Albany at the end of the first. That expanded a bit before Jeff has put on a bit of a run. Winslow down low, and he's fouled. Couldn't get the bucket, but will go to the line.
Yeah, New Albany has just not been able to get anything in the paint right now. Jeff has just done a really good job when dribble penetration comes to bring that help defender and get physical. So they're not really allowing the drive and kick because they're getting bodies on the dribble penetration very quickly. New Albany's kind of gotten taken out of their rhythm a little bit. Then on the flip side, because of that defensive Jeff, they've been able to get out in transition where they've struggled to score in the half court a little bit. This defense has allowed them to get a couple easy baskets out in the open court.
Winslow making the first, can't get the second to go. Nord comes down with the rebound. Mitchell at the free throw line, drives it in and puts it up and in.
Yeah, that was a great seal up the lane by Mitchell. Studemeyer was trying to three-quarter front him, and Mitchell took him all the way up to the free throw line. Jeff could definitely look to exploit that mismatch more if they wanted to.
Reese McKee working against Mitchell. Dumps it to Winslow at the elbow. Trying to find Noah Washington, and that ball just knocked out of there. Too much traffic. And timeout taken by Jeffersonville. We'll keep it here this time. But once Coach Wilkerson saw that his guy had the ball on the floor, he's like, I'm taking this possession.
That was a big momentum shift right there. That's huge. Jeff is just right now taking New Albany out of any rhythm offensively. Their physicality is just being very staggering the New Albany offense. And, man, big possession right here with the chance to cut it to even 5.
Well, and both teams now at 5 fouls. And so any common foul sends players to the line. And so that could be big, too, for Jeffersonville if they could begin to convert.
Right, absolutely. They got to make them pay at the free throw line. But I've been impressed with Jeff's answer on the defensive end here. Even a simple play like that where New Albany was trying to get the ball to the elbow and run some scissor action off of that, just Jeff's defenders are just getting their hands in there and blowing up that play and just really out scrapping right now. So for New Albany, they're going to have to be much stronger with the ball and expect a lot of contact on every penetration or every catch in the paint.
So 2:48 left here in this quarter and in the half, I guess I should say.
This will be a big possession here for both teams.
It's Whitehead with it, dumps it down to Zion Mitchell, working against Winslow. Clears a little space. Too hard on that shot, though.
Yeah, and Coach Jones made the adjustment during the timeout there to make sure Winslow was on Mitchell, and Coach Wilkerson knew he could go to Mitchell based on the last couple plays that he's made.
And then a foul.
So what New Albany could look to do right now, what they're really doing, Jeff is trying to take away is Mitchell in that high post right there.
Yep, right there.
How they're really denying that high post entry. So what Mitchell could do is spin off of him, just take one step into him and spin off, and the backside, that kind of backdoor move will be available there. And just getting that one or two times will make the Jeff defense have to just take a step back and not be able to be quite as aggressive in that denial to those elbow spots.
Winslow eyes the second, gets 1 of 2 for the second time he went to the line for shots. But those 2 points really all that the Bulldogs have had here in the last few minutes.
Yeah, only 8 points so far this quarter after a really hot start.
Whitehead steps back, shoots from just outside the free throw line. He gets the jump shot to go down, cuts it to 7. Reese McGee got inside, and then Winslow with a nice follow there.
And what McGee did right there is exactly what they need to continue to do. That's get into the paint, but be strong and pivot against the double team. And the layups will be there for your teammates. You just have to be strong in there with all the contact.
Whitehead draws the foul. T.J. Washington whistled for that.
Yeah, if you're Washington, maybe you felt like you had a little bit of a mismatch, a little bit taller guy. Felt like you had to bump him a little bit, but just a wall up there, make him score over top of you.
Whitehead, 70% free throw shooter.
And if you're Jeff right now, you got to feel pretty good where you are after the start of that game. And, I mean, really the way New Albany was rolling, you were a little worried that they were really going to blow the game open, but Jeff just continuing to fight back. Coach Wilkerson Emphasizing that grit and that physicality in this Jeff team.
Yep. So 1 of 2 free throws cuts it to 8 for the Red Devils. The New Albany lead 2-8, I should say. And they're stepping into the passing lane is Cash Whitehead and the runouts.
Yeah, New Albany right now is just not able to initiate their offense. Jeff is just completely taking away entry passes to the wing and the elbows.
Reese McKee imploring his teammates to get after it.
Yeah, and just those backdoor opportunities, if they could drive it at a wing.
Noah Washington shoots from range, can't get it to fall. Terrence Nord cleans it up. Under a minute, and chance for Jeff to cut into this lead again. Whitehead, high off the glass, draws the foul.
Yeah, Whitehead does a good job of using his body on dribble penetration.
He reversed his dribble there, and just couldn't get that to go down, but Winslow whistled for his second foul.
It's like a bench warning.
Bench warning against New Albany.
Bulldog fans are letting them have it.
Yep. So Cash Whitehead knocks home the first of his free tosses. Got him unofficially with 8.
Yeah, he's been big for this this Jeff team and making this comeback here.
Well, he's one of those big 3, averaging 13, but it's been a little bit of a whole lot of him, I should say, and now we've got a 4-point game. Look at that.
Yeah. They just continue to chip away.
Washington passes up the 3, takes it inside. Oh, hits a big bucket and gets the chance at an and 1.
There was Washington with that mid-range game. And if you remember the last time we had the Bulldogs here on Glycod, that play right there from that side of the floor, Washington against Floyd Central.
Yep.
He was very dangerous against the Highlanders, doing it again here tonight.
And the and 1 conversion good.
That was a big possession there for New Albany, just to calm themselves down a little bit here before they get to halftime. Jeff's going to wait for the last shot here, it looks like.
Terrence Nord with it, and nobody coming out on him, so as you said. They're
coach is saying
going to start to run the offense.
Yeah, go now.
Down inside, and that's Wilkerson.
Good call there.
Absolutely. So 5-point game. Studemeyer gets it to go up and in at the buzzer. So at the half, our score, New Albany 34 and the Jeffersonville Red Devils 27. We'll have the halftime show upcoming for you when we return here on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Carbon monoxide is an odorless, colorless gas that claims hundreds of lives and makes thousands ill each year without warning. CO can be produced from grills, furnaces, even the fumes in your car. It can build up indoors and poison anyone who breathes it. But keeping your home well ventilated and purchasing carbon monoxide alarms from any hardware or home improvement store can reduce your risk from this invisible danger. This message is funded by the Floyd County Health Department.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on. Foul. What are you going to tell me again? Foul. Yeah. Foul, bro. Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock yourself out. I'm about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate. Save money and be protected from mayhem. Like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family-owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can.
When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com. Celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Priority Radiology, offering full-service outpatient imaging services from their clinic at 807 Northgate Boulevard in New Albany. To schedule an appointment, visit PriorityRadiology.com.
We return to halftime here at New Albany High School, Romeo Langford Court, where the Bulldogs performing, and we should bring your attention to tonight's scoreboard ticker. Tonight's scoreboard presented by Mac Construction. Mac Construction, experience, reputation, solutions. Well, Coach, just first initial thoughts on this first half of play.
Well, I've really been impressed by the Red Devils' moxie and their ability to continue to fight back throughout that second quarter. I mean, the New Albany offense was rolling, and you thought, man, this thing could get ugly quick, but they have just grinded and grinded away. For New Albany, they're going to have to look at some ways in halftime, some adjustments to be able to initiate their offense now. Jeff is really overplaying wings, and they're really overplaying elbow entries. So whether it's just some backdoor opportunities off of the wings, or maybe even just setting a down screen down to the block to maybe just free up your guard on the wing to be able to initiate your offense. But I've been really impressed by Jeff's ability to completely take New Albany out of their offense and really just being able to get it started.
Yeah, I agree and have to wholeheartedly back that whole moxie thought. Is just because, and I think that's some of those big games. So while Jeff's record coming in at 4-7 doesn't look that great, but who they have played some really tough teams, and that is showing up in the way these young men are playing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Coach Wilkerson talked before the game about we're trying to find our identity. I mean, right now, if I was first time seeing Jeffersonville, what is this team about? What do they do well? I would say their identity that stands out to me is their ability to take you out of your offense and get really physical and just make it hard for you to enter into what you want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. They're playing really, really tough. Well, let's step aside, take a brief break. When we come back, we'll get you our German American Bank halftime stats, and then we'll get you set for the second half upcoming here on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
I love how you're always thinking ahead.
Well, they don't call me Prepared Pat for nothing.
Guess that makes you forward-thinking Fiona.
Gotta protect your dreams. Life's better when you're under our roof.
And that would be? Relieved Rudy?
Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
Contact Agent Mark Stevens in Jeffersonville for a quote today.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Parents want to do what's best for their children. Teenagers love a party, and often alcohol is involved at those parties. While some people think that hosting those parties in their homes will keep their kids safe, it's wrong. And it's illegal to allow your teens and their friends to consume alcohol on your property. In fact, it's a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to underage drinking. Funding provided in part by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health Services. For more information, go to ourplaceservices.org.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm Agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glycod.
It's time to take a brief look at tonight's halftime stats. Tonight's halftime stats brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more information. And our halftime scoring leaders include for the Red Devils, led by Cash Whitehead and his 9 points. For the New Albany Bulldogs, Noah Washington and his 15. Let's go ahead and catch scoring from both teams. Cash Whitehead leading the Jeff Red Devils with 9 from Jacob Wilkerson. 9 from Cash Whitehead, 5 from Jacob Wilkerson, then 3 from Fred Stone on a made three-pointer. 2 points apiece from Zion Mitchell, Terrence Nord, and Trey Mitchell and Elijah Cheeks. 1 point each for Jermaine Perry and Aiden Toller. For the New Albany Bulldogs, again led by Noah Washington, Carson Studemeyer with 11 for the Bulldogs. And Seth Winslow has 4, TJ Washington has 3, and Reese McKee has a single point on a made free throw in this contest. Again, all that scoring very unofficial. So, but by my scratch pad, that's what we've got. And the Bulldogs with this 34-27, 7-point halftime lead. Again, going to draw your attention to the scoreboard ticker down below. Ticker brought to you by Mac Construction. Mac Construction, experience, reputation, solutions. Also tease the fact that our upcoming schedule says we will be back here next Friday for Charlestown visiting New Albany. And so Charleston, New Albany, if you're a Bulldog fan, you can catch that back here next week. Well, let's take another brief break. This one will be very brief. We have a little extra long halftime for you. So we're going to take another brief break. When we come back, we will get you set for the second half of action here on Glycod.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm Agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glycod.
As we're getting set to begin the third quarter of play, just one more reminder that you can join Glycod in our quest to expand the visibility of today's student athletes by supporting our free-to-watch platform. Please subscribe and tell a friend, as Glycod is changing the way you watch high school athletics. Well, Coach Grants, let's take a brief moment here to talk about this second half and what each team needs to do. As far as New Albany maybe expanding the lead, and certainly Jeff cutting in to this 7-point Bulldog advantage.
Yeah, well, for New Albany, you just need to make some adjustments at halftime. I know we talked a lot about Jeff in the second quarter, and they're coming back and cutting into the lead, and it really feels like Jeff has a lot of momentum right now. But for the Bulldogs, you got to take a breath and realize, hey, we still have a 7-point lead. We're still in control of this game. We don't need to get caught up into the emotions of the momentum right now. So it's just kind of going in at halftime, collecting your thoughts and going, okay, what adjustments do we need to make? For me, what I would say is just on the offensive end, look for New Albany maybe to come out here and try to get some kind of backdoor play early. Just get a couple opportunities for those backdoors. Hopefully that'll free up the defense just a little bit to where they can enter into their offense.
Yeah.
And then also, the other thing they got to do is when they drive the basketball, they have to be expecting that second defender is coming, and not just coming, but he's coming physical and hard, and he's trying to knock the ball out, and you're going to get slapped on the arm and the wrist, and that's going to happen. So you got to be strong with it. You got to stay low. You got to pivot. But if you do that, you're in the paint with two defenders on you, and that's when the offense gets going for New Albany, is when they can throw out of that double team and keep the ball moving.
Right. Well, the Red Devils, again, we talked earlier in the half just about their moxie and the fact that they were down at the first quarter break, 19-7, down 12, and during that second quarter really managed to chip away at this at this lead that New Albany has. So,
well, Coach Wilkerson talked. We heard him say in the pregame that they've been able to put, 2-3 quarters together, but they haven't been able to put 4 together just yet. And really the first quarter they didn't play extremely well, but if they can continue to put the rest of these quarters together, this is going to be a battle right down to the very end.
All right, by my chicken scratch, it should be possession arrow to the Bulldogs, so they will have the ball first here in this half.
See if they come out here early on and maybe just a quick play to try to get an elbow entry back door.
Reese McKee to trigger and does to TJ Washington. So we are underway in the second half.
There's your elbow entry.
Nope, but knocked away. Good hands again by Jeffersonville. Cash Whitehead now knocked away from him. Seth Winslow kicks it out there while falling down. McKee couldn't make that happen, and up and down.
Maybe should have went one more back to Studemeyer.
Yep. Cash Whitehead loses the handle again.
A little sloppy here early on. Yeah, Jeff again on that very first possession. They try to go high-low into Washington, and Jeff just did a great job of getting denial.
Washington on the drive gets it to go. So Washington kind of settles things down there a little bit, and then
unforced error
by Jeff.
Washington is his size at 6'5" allows him, he's the one player for New Albany that he's able to really put it on the floor, and he can rise up over that double team that's coming. So see if they look to get him isolated over on that far wing where he is very dangerous.
Winslow with it. Oh, a little bit of a tough pass there for McGee to pick up.
Yeah, you can see Jeff again, just they're switching all those screens off the ball. That's where he's got to come to a jump stop right there, and just he's got to know that, okay, I'm driving it, they're going to hit me, they're going to be physical. Got to slow down just a little bit. Maybe not necessarily even thinking drive to score it right now. I mean, obviously you want to have eyes to the rim and look like a scorer, but just drive it to know that I need to draw two and be strong with it and then get rid of it and then let my other players keep the ball moving.
And New Albany being very patient, but again, Jeffersonville playing good defense.
Yeah, their ability to be able to switch all 5 positions, and what it's doing is it's negating New Albany's screens.
Winslow takes it inside, uses his body to get that up and in.
Yeah, Winslow's a player that we've seen it a lot in the last couple of years when things get a little shaky for the Bulldogs. He's usually coming up with big-time plays.
Jones looks to drive, cut off there by McGee, and then kicks to Nord. Nord can't get the 3 to fall. McGee comes down with it.
So one thing, okay, so the adjustment that I've seen that New Albany's made so far is they're starting their offense with Winslow.
Studemeyer shoots a 3 and gets that one to rattle home. That was quite the shot. Jeffersonville calls a quick timeout, so we will take a brief timeout as well. We'll show you that bucket when we come back here in the third quarter on Glycod.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the neighbors first before buying a house. What? Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod.
As we came back quickly, we'll try to show you that 3 next stoppage in play. There is the stoppage, so we'll do it now. Turnover by Jeffersonville there, but that one kind of hit every part of the rim on the way down.
We heard him call it from up here.
Yeah.
No, the adjustment that New Albany had made there at the second half to come out is they instead of trying to enter the offense to Winslow on the elbow, they moved him out on the perimeter.
And TJ Washington had it taken away. Stone with it. Gets it to Nord. Back to Stone. Stone will shoot the 3. That one will not go. Knocked out of bounds. Looked like it was off Caleb Jones there.
Yeah, and again for Washington on that last drive, again, if you're a New Albany player, you have to expect that second player is coming. And the second player may foul you. They are very, very physical, but you're just going to have to play through it, and you have to stay low, and you have to pivot out of that, and you have to drive with the mindset that you're getting into the paint to draw defenders to set your teammates up.
And Washington fouled on that drive.
I would say for New Albany, the one player that maybe doesn't need to have that attitude as much as Washington at 6'5", that can go drive it and rise up over people. Jeff just doing such a good job right now of just switching cuts, switching screens. Getting a little chippy under there.
Yeah. Ball right back to Washington and waved off. Offensive foul. Offensive foul.
Good play there. I mean, it was a mismatch. There's not much you can do as a defender, so set up and take the charge there. Good heady play.
That's Jones. Jones from the elbow. Can't get it to fall. And Studemeyer quickly up to Washington, who just couldn't gather the ball in.
Man, and the student section was just getting ready
They
to
were primed.
bring the roof off of this place. All right, for New Albany, you got to settle in here and get the possession back. Mitchell really working down low, being physical.
Oh, Washington steps in the passing lane, takes the ball away from Toller, gets it at the other end, and is fouled. A little bit of a funny landing there. I think he's okay.
Yeah, he's smiling. He was smiling with the referee, asking for a intentional foul. I thought he was going to try to throw one down after missing the opportunity the time before.
Well, the free throw goes down, making it 42-27.
Well, and as good as you were feeling Jeffersonville coming into this half, New Albany now is really opening this thing back up and taking control of it.
Washington had 18 against Fishers over the weekend, now 19 against this Jeffersonville team.
Yeah, him and Studemeyer have just been very solid here tonight.
That's Wilkerson on the baseline, travel.
For Jeff, it's just settling in here just a little bit. Continuing what you're doing defensively, not letting them catch.
Yeah, stuck at 27, have not scored in this period. And a whistle, offensive foul.
On that on TJ Washington. Must have been a moving screen.
I believe so.
Yeah, Jeff just hadn't been able, and kind of what they've had this year, just, to some stretches of scoring droughts at times. Really, Wilkerson's the only player they have that's, percentage-wise, 42% from three on the year. Everyone else is, sub 30 for the most part.
Mitchell gets it inside. Nice work there from Wilkerson. And that his 7th point. And on the other end, Studemeyer throwing the ball up through the hoop.
Yeah, they wanted a foul back up here earlier when he first caught it. He got an elbow right in the face.
He handed off his glasses. I'm not sure who he handed them to.
They got cracked or something, and
handed them off.
I saw Coach Jones that. He said, "Can you see?"
I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Studemeyer said, "I don't need to. I got a feel for the game, Coach."
You're reading lips, right? That's what you saw. Yeah. Well,
he doesn't need them.
He swished home the first of the free tosses.
Yeah, and just like that, this game back up to 15.
Stretch back out again, yep.
Yeah, Jeff's going to have to get some scoring here. But really where they got the scoring in that second quarter was, physical post-ups, just like this here.
Oh, just got in too deep, did Wilkerson. Good defense there by Grayson Grubbs, 6'7" junior, who just checked in the ball game for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I was impressed with Grubbs. He did a good job right there of staying lower.
Little handoff, TJ Washington for three, just can't get it to connect, and save back to Cheeks. Ahead, Wilkerson, spin move, lays it up and in.
Now Jeff offensively getting going a little bit in transition. That's really that second quarter where they came back. That's where they found their best offense.
And then a three by Noah Washington.
Cannot let that player rhythm dribble into a three.
Cheeks across timeline. Wilkerson working against Grubbs, comes a double team.
Good defense again by Grubbs.
Yep, Whitehead bailing him out there a little bit. Now Nord loses the handle, gets it back, puts it up. Good defense by McKee. And, great seal there by Wilkerson. Draws the foul and the bucket.
Yeah, good job by Nord to stay with it there and stay calm in the paint. Right now for Jeff, it's just a matter of finding points in the half court. For New Albany, it's just taking care of the basketball and not letting your offense lead to Jeff's offense.
Studemeyer checks to the sideline. And three-point play accomplished by Wilkerson. He's got 12 on the contests.
Yeah, Wilkerson's had a solid game tonight. Physical game. He's got a great kind of spin back to his right hand down in the post.
Ashton McGee with the ball. Gave it up to Washington. Tries to get it back to McGee, but poked out of there by Williamson. Scramble grubs. And offensive foul.
Yeah, that got a little bit of an extended elbow there.
Got a little out of control, I think, as Jermaine Perry was kind of camped out, standing right on that sideline. Good job really just to cut off all the angles.
That possession started up top whenever the ball kind of got poked away over here on the right side of the floor, and then it stayed on the right side of the floor. It needed to switch sides.
Good hands there by McKee. That's Whitehead, dribbles it in, but has to kick it back out again. Perry loses the handle.
Now you've seen a little of the Bulldogs, what Jeff was showing, where they're sending guys that.
Mayfield left open for three, and he drains it.
Big time shot right there.
So Braxton Mayfield, senior.
Calling. I don't know what that was.
I'm not sure. Lots of whistles.
10 McKee, but. I don't know if it was a warning.
There's no foul then. Well, I'm not caught up on fouls. I should be, but I'm not. So 3 and 4 for New Albany. But no, they never posted a foul.
No,
nor did they announce anything.
Maybe a warning, I guess. I'm not for sure.
Mitchell curls to the lane, up and under, can't get it to go. Whitehead tries to follow, and then a putback by Mitchell.
Good board right there.
And TJ Washington with Trey Mitchell, number 55, with a little bit of a slap there before the ball was inbounded. So 4 fouls on either team. Next common foul sends a team to the free throw line.
Jeff just being so physical on dribble penetration.
TJ Washington just being patient there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where we talked about staying low and pivoting through contact.
Drive, Perry has to kick it back out. Nord tracked that down. And as time expires, puts up the 3 and gets it to go. So with that made 3 that we will show you on our return, that brings us to the end of 3 with the Bulldogs 53 and Jeffersonville 39. Come on back as we'll have the fourth quarter upcoming here on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout Southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com. You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glycod.
The fourth quarter underway already here at New Albany High School. Bulldogs 53, Jeffersonville 39. Up under there would not go. And Mitchell saves it, and then, quite a tackle there.
Right. Big possession here for the Red Devils after that three there at the end of the quarter. And then you come back out and you get the ball, the possession arrow. Chance really to score 5 or 6 here before New Albany even gets the ball back and really cut into this lead.
Yep. And I still owe you that replay. Actually, now might be a good time to show it to you quickly, and this is the end of that quarter.
I didn't think Nord knew the time when he got it.
Oh, sorry, that was a wrong replay. that was the tackle. My fault. I'll still got to show you that replay. Still owe it to you. My fault. TJ Washington takes it in, gets the bucket and the foul. So let's first show you the one I wanted to show you before, which is that end of.
Yeah. Nord had caught it. I think he was dribbling out and then saw the clock and said, man, I got to get it up real quick.
And launched it up and got it to go.
How about here the last few minutes, TJ Washington
and
coming
then
out.
The last play. Go ahead.
Yeah, right here, TJ Washington coming out and, like we said, being Mr. Consistent, Mr. Calm when you need the guy to make some baskets. He comes through.
And that one wouldn't fall.
I jinxed him.
Yeah, Stone cleans it up. The made bucket was, by my count, 7 for Washington. Wilkerson with the spin move, gets it to go, and a foul.
Yeah, if you're New Albany, you got to be disciplined. So Wilkerson it's a catch, and he likes to go left, but he loves spinning back to that right hand. So for New Albany, stay disciplined, let him stay left, and have to finish over that right shoulder instead of having to finish over that left shoulder.
So Wilkerson eyes it, flies it, and knocks it home. Quickly to the other end, and just fantastic.
Coach Wilkerson can't be happy with that. Off of a free throw, just a quick outlet, get it ahead. That's a momentum killer right there for the Red Devils. Cutting back into the lead, and you just cannot allow a team to score that quickly off of a made free throw.
So Studemeyer gives him 15. No. And Jeff does come down with the rebound. Toller. Oh, and then throws it into traffic. McGee the other way. Gets it to go. Reese McGee. That's his first field goal of the night. Came at a great time. Zion Mitchell just couldn't get the finish on that one. Wilkerson, though, curl into the lane for 2 more.
Yeah, he's had a big night for him. For New Albany, it's just staying patient, continuing to attack. I think if New Albany could get this up to 65-70, I don't know if Jeff has quite the offensive firepower to hang with that pace. So for New Albany, it's, sometimes you think ball control, and I think New Albany's best play right here is to continue to attack and keep the tempo of this game the way they like it. Great play.
Super play.
Oh!
And the dunk. And while they're celebrating, quickly to the other end, and 2.
I think they thought there was a foul because
they did. And that was Toller that ran the floor well. And now we've got a cramp, I believe. Well, that gives us a chance to show you both these replays.
Wow.
So Washington, and slams that home, but Jeff advanced the ball in.
Great backdoor play here.
Oh, there's the backdoor play. Sorry. There we go. And then we didn't get the other end. It happened too quickly. Good camera work, though, by Christian to follow the action.
I assumed, I'll be honest, when that happened, I thought there was a foul as well.
Yeah.
Sure. Not only the reaction of the teams, but there was a lot of contact on the play. I thought maybe it might be a charge or a block, one or the other. I was surprised there was a no call, but man, how about that ability to get up?
And we've got a timeout on the floor by New Albany. So Coach Jones wants to talk about it. We will take a brief timeout as well. More fourth quarter upcoming on Glycod.
Hi, folks. Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod.
Join Glycod in our quest to expand the visibility of today's student athletes by supporting our free-to-watch platform, and please subscribe and tell a friend as Glycod is changing the way you watch high school athletics.
Well, that was the play of the night. Might be dunk of the season.
It was. It definitely is in the top couple. That's for sure.
That was a great backdoor. Coach Jones called that backdoor out of bounds play, knowing that they were going to try to deny the inbounds. Just perfectly set that up.
Made sure and wrote that one down. So we'll try to hit that in the post game if we need to.
Having a clock issue here.
Seemed to be. Frozen at 5:53, and there seems to be. I see people with lanyards working on it. So
yeah. Really, that dunk is like discombobulated. Everybody was.
I'll show it to you one more time, I guess, since we do have the chance.
Yeah, everybody was kind of discombobulated. Both teams.
I thought, I think Jeff figured out first.
Yeah.
And that's good for them. They figured out first that it was a situation where it was a live ball.
Yeah, and then this place was going crazy. I think Coach Jones wanted the timeout to kind of settle his team back down.
I think so.
And realize time and score.
Yeah, we're still having a clock issue here, so let's take this opportunity to go ahead and take another quick break, and then we will be back with more fourth quarter still upcoming here on Glycod.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod.
Back at New Albany High School, where Braxton Mayfield is set to take the ball out of bounds, but we are still awaiting the officials. We've had somebody working on the clock and the horn, and I think now we're ready to go. So back underway here at New Albany High School. Inside, Studemeyer's got his specs back, and that allows him to see Winslow for that easy 2 points.
Absolutely. They like posting him up at the guard spot. Like Coach Wilkerson talked before the game, they've got guys with big skills.
Winslow on the block, takes it to the other end and lays it up and in. And then after the bucket, I think they're going to call 2 points for Winslow, getting him to 10. And they're going to call a technical foul. I think that particular referee had warned both teams after a big play, don't face the opponent and say anything.
Yeah, it's tough.
It is really tough.
I'm kind of
torn. Is that torn?
I think it's okay a little bit here and there. Some of the stuff it drives me nuts with getting in somebody's face or calling them too small, and it's like, just play basketball. But I didn't think it was anything egregious. He maybe said a word or two and was running back.
Aiden Toller makes the first, misses the second. Toller with 4 on the night, including a couple made free throws.
Well, Jeff still.
And now Jeff with the possession.
Yeah, they got an extra point there, and now with the possession. So still a lot of time left. Over 5 minutes left in this game. Jeff's just going to have to get some stops, though.
Yep. Yeah, it's the most important thing about stops when you're or trying to come back, I guess I should say, is you not only need stops, but then you've got to convert on the other end.
Right, and really for New Albany, the last thing that you want to get into now is putting Jeff into a bonus situation.
Yep. So that quick foul there by T.J. Washington. And then McKee steps into the passing lane, takes it away. Studemeyer gives it up. Noah Washington.
Good ball reversal there in transition.
And Cheeks could not get the shot to go down, but is whistled for the foul.
The home crowd is letting this referee know their displeasure.
Well, and that's the 4th against T.J. Washington.
Yeah, that's probably one there that, again, just time and score. He's deep in the paint, just wall up. Don't need to swing down on him. Even if he makes it, but the clock's still running, and you're still playing your pace of game.
Elijah Cheeks knocks home the first. Eyes the second. Gets that one to roll home as well. But still an 18-point game for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, New Albany's got to feel good with where they're at right now. Just need to play good, solid, smart basketball. I think he twisted his ankle.
Sure kind of looks that way.
Yeah, I think he fell backwards. I think just had to get rid of it so it didn't travel.
Yep. And he's looking a little gimpy here.
Yeah, Coach Jones telling him here,
spread it and hold it. Yep.
Let them come out and get you. Just take advantage of the open gaps that you're going to have.
And a whistle comes. See a little bit of a hold there.
There's that backdoor play again.
This time well read by Jeff, but Noah Washington with the tip in.
Nice tip. Yeah, this New Albany offense, as much as they struggled there in the second quarter for a few minutes, they still 4 minutes to go and already up near 70.
Washington takes the ball away and gives it up to Studemeyer. Can't get it to go. McKee couldn't get it to go. And on the other end, new in the ball game, 15, Jackson couldn't hit. And then Washington.
Yeah, Studemeyer was cramping down here in the crowd.
Yep. But wanted a timeout or something.
Yeah, you can't stop play. I know they're yelling at the refs, but if the ball is progressing up the floor, even if a player's down.
Well, I think it was going the other way when he first went down, so that maybe was. But anyway, let's show you that bucket again here by Washington.
Yeah, and the correct call, the defender just kind of came underneath of him, didn't really give him a safe landing spot.
Got a couple of young players in for Jeffersonville.
Yeah, and Washington now at 30 points tonight.
Couldn't get that one to go, but managed to get the rebound. Was then taken away.
Yeah, Red Devil faithful starting to clear out a little bit.
Yep. Students starting to leave. They got to get up and go to school tomorrow.
That is weird.
Good cleanup there by Whitehead.
Yeah, in my mind, it feels like a Friday night.
It does. It was a Friday night crowd here.
It just reminded me I got to go to work tomorrow. I was thinking that.
Yeah, that's right.
It was the weekend.
So do I, yep. Back to the salt mines, Coach. Back to the salt mines.
That's right.
Mayfield in the corner for three. Gets it to go. He's got 2 made threes on the contest.
Yeah, great skip pass there by McGee.
And then inside, Whitehead couldn't get it to go. Lots of cramping on the floor here. Because now McGee goes down again. Pickle juice. That's exactly what Coach Kaz would be preaching to these young squires. Lots and lots of pickle juice.
Yep, pickle juice, mustard. Now those cramps are no fun.
Nope, not at all.
You got to think maybe playing, not that big of a difference, but playing, both teams playing very, very difficult competition and tournament-style competition at that over break. And then you move this game up one more day, it's...
Yep, could be.
Kind of throws your recovery
maybe
off
throws
a little
your
bit.
rhythm off a little bit. Some substitutions for the Red Devils as Wilkerson and Nord both head to the sideline. Looks like Whitehead will head there as well after the free throw. Could not get it to go down. Into the corner, Sharp would not fall.
Student section was wanting that one.
Trey Mitchell and underneath, gets his man to back off, gets it to go.
Nice move there by Mitchell. Yeah, New Albany fine, just spreading it out here. And Bulldogs will not only end the streak of 6 in a row by the Red Devils, but do so emphatically.
Mitchell gives it up. That's new in the game, West, and then Mitchell trying to get it back and loses it out of bounds. Under 2 minutes here, 74-55.
Now, Dr. Carter, you'll have to remind me: will this put New Albany up 2, or does this tie it?
This puts New Albany up 2.
Okay.
So 86-84 with a win here if they are able to hold out this last minute 46, which looks highly likely. But again,
great pass.
Bucket there from Ashton McKee.
That was Mayfield had a small window to fit that through.
And get the bucket in, or get the ball in, I should say, to Crosby. Crosby still working at it, but couldn't get it to go. Ashton McKee comes down with it. TJ Washington slows everybody down.
This is a moment in the game, even with some of your subs in the game for New Albany with the lead, you still want to stay sharp with what you're doing.
Yep. Less than a minute to go now. And a three from the corner, that was Jordan West. It won't go, and then Ashton McKee fouled on the run out.
You know, we got the IU football game tomorrow night, and I watched an interview with Coach Signetti the other day, and he was talking about, you know, he said we play to a standard.
Right.
And he said even if we're up 50 in the fourth quarter and I have all the subs in, there's still a standard that I want them playing to. And then he went on to say, he said, your actions have consequences, and if you don't play to the standard even when you're up 50, those consequences will come back at some point and bite you. And I just love that speech. I was eating it up.
Yeah.
And it was phenomenal. And
he's talking to his players, but
yes.
Boy, he's talking to a lot of other coaches there too, isn't he?
Absolutely.
Speaking your language.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Saban was so good at Alabama. And right now for New Albany, you know, Coach Jones, I'm sure, is preaching the same thing. Like, hey, we still want to execute our stuff and play well.
And that one to McKee on the dunk. Flying high there. Let's see if we can have enough of a break here to window to show you that one.
Yeah, great teammates giving it up for each other there.
Yep. Stone, though, will go to the line. Misses on the first. 30 seconds to go here with this stop clock. We'll have the Mac Construction ticker for you at the end of this one.
Yeah, when this New Albany team, you know, they get in the open court and they get running in transition, they are just so difficult to stop from scoring the basketball. They, just like that last play, they share the ball extremely well in transition.
And TJ Washington is going to dribble it out here. So New Albany will have another win on that all-time record. And our final from here at New Albany High School, where the Bulldogs emerge victorious 79-56. Come on back. We'll have the postgame show for you upcoming here on Glycod.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the neighbors first before buying a house.
What?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packie Page for a quote today.
You wouldn't notice or smell radon, yet this dangerous gas is the #1 cause of cancer among non-smokers. 1 in 3 Indiana homes tested show radon above safe levels, and those levels tend to spike during the winter when closed windows prevent heat and radon from escaping. If you live in Floyd County, you can get a free radon test kit while supplies last from the Floyd County Health Department. For more information, contact them at 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by German American Bank, home of the School Spirit check card, and sponsor of tonight's final numbers. Visit any of their branches or bank online at GermanAmerican.com.
79-56, our final from here at New Albany High School, where the Bulldogs emerge victorious over the Jeff Red Devils. That all-time record now 86 wins to 84 over Jeffersonville, this 170th meeting. So that's a lot of ball games over the years, Coach. It really is.
Yes, it is. Well, these teams see each other. Well, once they got in the same conference, but they could play each other 2 times, multiple times, and these games never disappoint. Even tonight's game being a blowout win for New Albany, there were still moments in this game that were very, very exciting. These games never disappoint.
I want to show you. We'll catch one replay just because it was the beginning of something that was kind of odd, but it was a fantastic bucket there from Washington. But what was funny is everybody on New Albany was celebrating, but the ball went right down to the other end, and it was 2 points on the other end because the referees never blew the whistle.
No, I know. Well, I think Jeff kind of stopped for a second
too. They did. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, remind you that tonight's scoreboard is presented by Mack Construction. Mack Construction, experience, reputation, solutions. That's our scoreboard ticker. All right, well, let's take another brief break. When we come back, we will have the German American Bank final numbers. We'll get those for you, and on through the postgame show, get you the most outstanding players of the game here on Glycod.
Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program continues to make a difference in development and school readiness with children from birth to age 5. As a proud community partner, Cassie is more than childcare because they also help families seek success, combat hunger, and afford housing. Visit 201 East 15th Street in Jeff or check out their array of programs at cassie1.org. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start. Helping people, changing lives.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on. Foul. What are you going to tell me again? Foul. Yeah. Foul, bro. Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock yourself out. You're about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate. Save money and be protected from mayhem. Like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's 2 sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout Southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glycod.
As we return to the post-game show here on Glycod, live from New Albany High School, it's time for a look at tonight's final numbers presented by German American Bank, home of the School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more information. German American Bank. And our scoring leaders for both teams, Jeffersonville was led by Jacob Wilkerson and his 17 points. The Bulldogs had Noah Washington with 30. Let's take a moment just to look at a couple of the high scorers on each team. Again, Wilkerson for the Red Devils finished with 17-11 from Cash Whitehead. And then they had five players with 4 points. Mitchell and Stone and Cheeks, Toller and Trey Mitchell. So Zion and Trey with 4 points apiece. For the Bulldogs, led by Noah Washington and his 30, Carson Studemeyer had 15, 10 from Seth Winslow in the victory. So a big night for lots of folks, especially on that New Albany side, in this big win over rival Jeffersonville. Again, our scoreboard ticker brought to you by Mack Construction, Experience, Reputation, Solutions. Well, we're going to take another brief break, and when we come back, most outstanding players for you, and then we'll wrap it up from here at New Albany High School on Glycod.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's 2 sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction, This is what excellence looks like.
Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program continues to make a difference in development and school readiness with children from birth to age 5. As a proud community partner, Cassie is more than childcare because they also help families seek success, combat hunger, and afford housing. Visit 201 East 15th Street in Jeff or check out their array of programs at cassie1.org. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start. Helping people, changing lives.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glycod.
New Albany with the home rivalry win here tonight, and it's time for our most outstanding players. Tonight's most outstanding players brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Teresa Lamb. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, give her office call at 812-945-8088. That's 812-945-8088. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. So for those most outstanding players, first up, from the Jeff Red Devils, let's turn it back over to Coach Grants.
Yeah, for Jeff, it was Jacob Wilkerson. You know, he had 17 points tonight. I just thought his ability to be able to get into the paint, I really like his left-hand dribble and spinning back to his right. It's a good, strong, solid spin move that he has. Knocked down a couple mid-range jumpers. So, you know, he led the way for Jeff tonight with points. I thought he did a good job of trying to keep them hanging around there.
Absolutely. Came on real hard, and real strong in the second half, I should say.
Yep.
And for the Bulldogs?
Well, you know, the standout tonight for me was Noah Washington. I mean, 30 points in a rivalry game as a sophomore, phenomenal. Started off the game 3 for 3 from three-point land. Had the phenomenal dunk there that just brought the roof off of this place.
Yep.
And, you know, he just, man, when he gets going, and the thing I think that was key was that Jeff got so physical on dribble penetration, but because of his length and athleticism, he was able to rise up over that. So he really negated the game plan that Jeff had, you know, when the New Albany guards would put the ball on the floor and try to get into the paint. And his ability to do that was a big difference tonight.
All right, so those your most outstanding players of the game, Wilkerson and Washington. Now it's time to take a brief look at our upcoming schedule. Our upcoming schedule brought to you by HKC Roofing. HKC, better than guaranteed. You can give them a call at 502-212-1081. That's 502-212-1081. Our upcoming schedule, and that includes 2 ball games in Southern Indiana next Friday night. We've got a crew that will be at Floyd Central for the same Jeffersonville team at Floyd Central, and then Charlestown comes in to New Albany here, and so I will be back here along with Christian and Coach Dave Henley for that ball game. So Jeff at Floyd Central and Charlestown at New Albany, 7 p.m. pregame, 7:30 tip-off in both of those. But as always, you can visit glycod.com for games, times, and links to those games for those upcoming scheduled games. Well, Coach, let's put a bow on this one. What are our thoughts as we put this one away?
Well, number one for Jeff, Coach Wilkerson said before the game that, you know, we're looking for our identity. Listen, this Jeff's team's record is not who they really are. They have played, I mean, they've gone through a stretch here that has been tough. I thought tonight in the second quarter that Jeff's really kind of found their identity when they were chipping back into the game. So I'm sure they'll see that and make some more adjustments. Just kind of that physical play that I thought they did a great job defensively there for a while of taking New Albany out of what they wanted to do. So Coach Wilkerson's a good coach. He'll continue to get them to see that and produce more of that as the season goes on, especially as the schedule lightens a little bit, not much, but you're not going and playing the big time indie teams and some of the best teams in the state. For New Albany, just continuing to push the pace. I'm just continuously impressed by their ability to score the ball, but not just score the ball, but share the ball, especially in the open court. And when they're doing that, they're at their best. And look to see more exciting games from this Bulldog bunch as we go throughout this year.
All right, well, so that's our bow put on it, and I think you're right, Coach. We're going to have some exciting games, probably from both of these teams upcoming. Well, the Red Devils fall to 4-8. The Bulldogs improve to 7-3 with this 79-56 victory from here at New Albany High School. For executive producer Steve Bird, cameraman Christian Sanchez, Coach Andrew Grants, I'm Dr. Todd Carter saying good night, God bless, and we'll see you next time on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Southern Indiana High School Basketball. Presented by Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. Tonight's game was brought to you by Red Ball Recycling in Jeffersonville and Madison, Southern Indiana's premier recycling solution. Mac Construction, experience, reputation, solutions. Our place, where change is possible. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1952. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Priority Radiology in New Albany, you have a choice. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, helping people, changing lives. And by Deering Floor Center, Tommy's Express Car Wash, and the Clark County Health Department.
Visit Glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.